Texans fans, something massive just hit this team, and the impact is already shaking every corner of Houston. A situation everyone hoped would blow over has now turned into a season-altering bombshell, leaving the defense stretched, pressured, and scrambling for answers. Nobody expected this twist to arrive right now, right in the middle of a critical push, and the reaction inside the building is far from calm. The ripple effect on rotations, chemistry, and game day strategy is already raising serious concerns. If you ride with this franchise, you need to understand exactly why this moment changes everything moving forward. So don't blink, don't scroll, hit like, subscribe, and stay locked in for every breaking Texans update. I have to start this off by saying the name that's been echoing in my head ever since I read this news, Jaylen Reed. And let me tell you something right now, Texans fans, this one stings in a very particular way. I'm sitting here trying to wrap my mind around how a rookie who fought his way back from a foot injury, who clawed his way into the starting lineup, who showed flashes of real, legitimate promise, is now done for the year because of a forearm injury that literally broke a metal plate from a previous surgery. You cannot make this stuff up. And as I sit with this, I can't help but feel this mix of frustration, disbelief, and yes, a little bit of anger. Because how many times does a team get forced into this kind of situation before it becomes a pattern we can't ignore? What bothers me most is how quickly everything changed. One moment Jaylen Reed is out there against the Colts, flying all over the field, proving exactly why DeMeco Ryans trusted him enough to step into that starting safety role after MJ Stewart went down. And the next moment, boom, he's on the turf, grabbing that arm, and you just know it isn't good. This kid fought his way back once already this season after missing the first 6 weeks recovering from that foot injury. He made his debut in Week 7, turned around and delivered a breakout performance against the Bills with a team-leading 12 tackles on national television, and then earned his shot to start. That's the kind of storyline you root for. That's the kind of grit coaches salivate over. And yet here we are, talking about how his rookie season is officially over before it ever had the chance to truly begin. Now look, I heard DeMeco Ryans loud and clear when he said heading into Week 14 that he thought Jaylen Reed could avoid IR. I believed him. I trusted the optimism. But optimism doesn't heal a broken metal plate. Optimism doesn't change the fact that this kid's going to need surgery again before he can even think about stepping back on a football field. And I'm not blaming the coach, don't you twist my words, but I am saying this is one of those moments where reality punches harder than any defensive lineman ever could. It forces you to reevaluate things. It forces you to confront how fragile momentum can be for a young player trying to carve out his place in the league. And let's talk about the broader picture here, because Jaylen Reed isn't the only rookie the Texans have lost for the season. Jalen Smith, the third-round corner, is already out. Now Reed joins him on the sideline. That is 2 members of this year's defensive draft class gone. 2 young players who were part of what was supposed to be the continuing transformation of this defense under DeMeco. You can't pretend that doesn't hurt the long-term vision. You can't pretend that doesn't create strain on a secondary that has already been battling depth issues. The Texans elevated veteran Jalen Mills to the 53-man roster, and sure, Mills brings experience, versatility, and a presence in the locker room. But he's not Reed. He's not the young, ascending, physical safety who is starting to find his voice. I'm sitting here asking myself, how different does this defense look down the stretch with Reed still on the field? How much does his absence shift the ceiling of this group? Because the truth is, injuries don't just take away a body, they take away chemistry, development, continuity. They alter the trajectory of a player and a team. And while I fully expect Jaylen Reed to return in 2026 and reclaim a major role in this defense, I hate that his rookie year ends with a surgery instead of a celebration. I hate that he doesn't get the chance to continue building on that spark he showed. And I hate that Texans fans are once again being forced to say, maybe next year, when it comes to a promising young defender. So let me ask you, Texans fans, with Reed sidelined for the remainder of the season, do you believe this secondary has enough juice to hold up down the stretch, or are we looking at a problem that could snowball fast? Drop your thoughts, your frustrations, your hopes, whatever you're feeling, because I want to hear it. And while you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our Texans community so you never miss a moment, a breakdown, or a chance to have your voice heard.